ammonia, primary amine, and the secondary amine subsequently to give you the formation of the primary amine, secondary amine, and tertiary amine. So we at last we discussed the reaction of aldehyde with the secondary amine, which forms the imine, where the electron pair of the nitrogen is donated to the carbonyl carbon, and the pi bond breaks between the carbonyl group and shifts the electron density towards the oxygen. And in this way, this undergoes the addition elimination reaction and forms the imine. And this imine, on reduction with hydrogen in presence of nickel, gives you the formation of the tertiary amine. And so we will summarize all these reactions with the aldehydes and ketones. So if we just see that the aldehyde is allowed to react with the different types of reagents. Here, suppose it is in the first step, it is allowed to react with ammonia, it will form the imine, and in the second step, it is reduced with hydrogen in presence of nickel. You get the formation of ethyl amine. So here CH3 CH2 means the carbonyl group is converted into CH2 and the NH2 group is getting attached. So in this way, if you react the ethyl amine in the first step, and in the second step if you reduce it with hydrogen and nickel, you will get the formation of the CH3 CH2 and CHNH, then here CH2 CH3. So here you are getting the formation of primary amine, here you are getting the formation of secondary amine, that is your diethylamine, this is your ethylamine. And in the third step, if you allow the dimethylamine to react in the first step and in the second step with reduction by hydrogen and nickel, you will get the formation of dimethyl ethylamine, dimethyl ethylamine, CH3 CH2 and CH3 CH3. This is your tertiary amine, that is your dimethyl dimethyl ethylamine, ethylamine. In the same way, it reacts with the ketones, and when it reacts with the ketone, that is your acetone, CH3 C double bond O CH3, the reaction is taking place in the same way, same mechanism is being followed, and here it reacts with the different types of reagents. Suppose here the first it reacts with ammonia, and in the second step it is reduced with hydrogen and nickel. You get the formation of your CH3C CH3 NH2, that is your isopropyl amine, isopropyl amine. Here it is CH, so here it is your primary amine. Then if you allow it to react with primary amine, that is C2H5NH2, you'll get the formation here, that is CH3 CH CH3 NHCH3. So it is your isopropyl methyl amine, isopropyl isopropyl methyl amine, and this is your secondary amine. Then in the third, here in the second step, here this is your second step is reduction with hydrogen and nickel, and here in the third type, that is the dimethyl secondary amine, dimethyl amine, in the first step is allowed to react, and in the second step hydrogen and nickel it reduces and gives you the formation of your CH3 CH CH3 CH3, here N CH3 CH3, that is your dimethyl isopropyl amine, dimethyl isopropyl amine, dimethyl isopropyl amine, and it's your tertiary amine. So by using the reductive amination method, we can synthesize all the types of amines, that is primary, secondary, and tertiary amines. So the next method for the preparation of amines, that is your Gabriel thalamide synthesis. Thalamide synthesis. So in this synthesis, the primary amines are obtained in a good yield with the help of thalamide and alkyl halide. But here in the first step, that is the thalamide is it's a cyclic amide. It thalamide it reacts with, in the first step, it's allowed to react with potassium hydroxide, and when it reacts with potassium hydroxide, it is forms potassiothalamide, where it forms a salt. It forms a salt, C double bond O, C double bond O, here N minus and K plus, here it forms a thalamide salt, that is potassiothalamide, thalamide, thalamide, and this on the next step reacts with alkyl halide. Alkyl halide, that is your CH3CH2Br. Now here this is a nucleophile, and so here this salt reacts with the alkyl halide, so it undergoes substitution nucleophilic bimolecular SN2 reaction, and so here minus KBr is going to take place, means K plus and Br minus. So this nucleophile will attack on the CH2 carbon, and here the Br will be given out, and here you will get the formation of alkyl thalamide, N-alkyl thalamide. So here the N-alkyl thalamide is obtained as a product NCH2CH3. So this N-alkyl thalamide, N-alkyl thalamide, it is undergoing, it's allowed to undergo hydrolysis with KOH, and here this hydrolysis will give you the formation of the potassium thalate and the ethyl amine, potassium thalate and the ethyl amine. So here it undergoes ring opening and forms O minus K plus, and this potassium salt of the thalic acid is formed, and so it is called as your potassium thalate, plus ethyl amine, that is CH3CH2NH2, CH3CH2NH2, and so here ethyl amine is obtained as a product, and so this is the primary amine. So this is the best method for the preparation or the synthesis of your primary amines, and that is known as your Gabriel thalamide synthesis. So in the Gabriel thalamide synthesis, the thalamide is allowed to react with potassium hydroxide. It forms potassium thalamide, which reacts with alkyl halide and forms N-alkyl thalamide, and which reacts with potassium hydroxide and undergoes hydrolysis and forms potassium thalate plus ethyl amine, where the primary amine is obtained as a major product in this reaction. So in the next type of reaction that we are going to study, that is your Hofmann bromamide reaction. Hofmann bromamide reaction. So in this is a well known method for the laboratory preparations of the primary amines. Here the amide, that is RC double bond O NH2, this compound is called as amide. It's allowed to warmed with the solution of bromine in presence of potassium hydroxide, the aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide. It gives you the formation of RNH2 plus twice KBr plus K2CO3 plus twice H2O. And so here you get the formation of the primary amine. So this is one of the important method for the preparation of the primary amine. Now here, what is the mechanism of this reaction, how this reaction proceeds and takes place? So we want to study the mechanism of the reaction. And so the mechanism is simple, but we have to go thoroughly with the stepwise discussion of this reaction. And it is nothing but your Hofmann's rearrangement, or it involves the rearrangement in which the amino group attached to the carbonyl group of the amide becomes attached to the alkyl group. Means here the amine which is formed, it is having one carbon atom less than the starting compound. So here if you just see, there are two carbon atoms suppose, but here there is only one carbon atom. So one carbon atom is less in product. And so how we can proceed, or how we can discuss this mechanism? So the stepwise discussion is the first step. Suppose here the bromine is allowed to react with the sodium hydroxide, or the alkaline solution, aqueous alkaline solution of potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide. So here we will take the sodium hydroxide. It forms sodium hypobromide. It forms sodium hypobromide. So we are using this solution in the our laboratory for the different types of reaction. So sodium hypobromide solution is obtained, which along with sodium bromide plus water. And so here this gives you Na plus and OBr minus. And so this, in the second step, reacts with the primary amide, that is R C double bond O